Welcome to the dojo, everybody. On today's episode, we are going to be talking about it's a cop episode. We got a cop question, cop top 5, and a cop fight scene, which I don't think most of you guys will be expecting. So make sure you like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the show. Welcome back to the dojo, everybody. This is TruTalk with TruMotion, where a couple of guys talk about how to make the world a better place and hopefully make your day a little bit better in the process. My name is Mark, followed by my co-host Tony.
What up?
All right, let's get things going. Well, you were just saying you've got another tournament to go to.
Yeah,
another volleyball
tournament. Yeah.
How long is the volleyball season? Because
it goes until
my high school volleyball was a fall sport.
So this is club volleyball.
Okay, so this isn't high school.
Not high school.
Okay.
Yeah, which is really interesting. Like, again, I think the more you kind of get out and start seeing other, I guess, likes, interests, and everything else, you kind of start to realize how big this is.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I think for, running a martial arts studio and everything else, you get, I don't want to say pigeonholed, but you just get used to like people coming in and beating you up on price, right?
All right, again, I'm going to pay for that. It's too expensive.
Those people have clearly never done competitive sports.
They've never done like club anything.
Yeah.
Like those people that come in have probably been like, I can go down to the rec center. I can sign up little Johnny for $50 for 6 weeks of
Mm-hmm.
baseball, soccer, whatever. It's like, well, yeah, because everybody's volunteer.
Yeah.
There's
no overhead.
There's zero overhead
Mm-hmm.
because the overhead's being compensated for by the
Parents.
by parents and taxpayers.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's rec, whatever,
Yeah.
like who's paying for the field? Well, okay, the city is.
Yeah.
Who's paying for the facilities? Oh, the city is. Who's paying for the refs? Oh, the city is.
Yeah.
And the refs are generally like teenage kids that they can pay, minimum wage or whatever. Now, competitive soccer, volleyball, baseball, whatever, basketball, we're talking, dude, this is big money for not a season that's that long.
Oh, yeah.
Like maybe, it's maybe 5-6 months, and I asked Cammie about it, and
5-6 months is a pretty long time, though.
and I think that's, because they started practices in November.
Because they'll roll over into, like, school volleyball.
Right.
So.
Right. So it's November, December, January, February, March, April, 5 months.
Yeah, because I know the NFL season's about 6 months long.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, but I think, just for Ashland to play volleyball for the fee, I think was like $3,200.
Yeah.
And you're like, and he's
That's 6 months.
From November to April.
Yeah.
November to April, and then then you've got all of the
travel time,
tournaments.
Gear.
Especially if you're going to go out of town, you've got now hotel fees that you've got to put
you're
into.
Looking at easily $5,000.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy for a 6-month program.
Mm-hmm.
Let's even say 6 months because that's going to be the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Okay. $5,000 for a 6-month program, and you want to tell me you got some mom coming in here? I can't pay for my little Bobby's like karate like $200 a month. Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up. And it's one of the things that it's probably a good thing that I don't run a studio right now, because if somebody just says, well, that's too expensive, I'm like, all right, have a good I'm not even gonna entertain that. I'm not even gonna like go through the process of like this dance that we do back and forth. I would just be like, there's the door. There's fine. Like, if you don't want to pay for this, that's fine. I get it.
Yeah.
You want something cheap, go somewhere else.
Well, and the sad thing is like, I know of a school that's like on the west side of Mountain View corridor, technically in South Jordan, and they're charging, I believe, like, I think it's $165 for 2 30-minute group classes a week.
Right.
And it's like, wow, that's not a lot of time.
Yeah. So a guy that I work with had his kids over with United Studios there in Faber's place.
Oh, in Salt Lake?
Yeah. Just pulled him out. And it was, it was a testing issue, you know. And he came and looked at me. He says, "It's funny because he was like, oh man, like I started up over there. Everybody knows you, blah blah blah." And I'm like, that's cool, you know. He came up and asked me, he's like, "How often would you run a test?" I was like, it depends on the test.
Yeah. Well,
like,
we run beginning tests monthly, but you're not invited monthly.
Right. And that's what I told him.
Yeah.
I said monthly. And he's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, why? And he says, well, it's been a while. And I'm like, how long a while? And it had been like 3 or 4 months that they had run a beginning test. And yeah.
What were they, just new students?
No. Like they started off, it took them a while for them to get their yellow belt, then it took them like a long time to get their orange belt. Like they've been there for, I think they've been there for like 6 or 8 months. And they're still orange. I'm like,
were they practicing?
Yeah. Because his
like
dad,
they knew their stuff?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know why that would happen then. It's like, because I'm starting, for me personally, I'm starting to, like, if we have enough, like, I'll run like a actual beginning test.
Yeah.
But most of the time, I'll just do like individual private tests throughout the week.
Yeah.
And just be like, okay, yeah, you're ready. Let's have you come in next week, instead of making them wait until like this one specific date for a beginning test. Advanced tests, I'll obviously, you know, it's
advanced tests are different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But beginning tests, I'm starting to kind of go away from the once a month beginning test, and I'll just test you when you're ready.
Yeah. Which is, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, if you've got like 3 or 4 people and like you all saw them that week for private lesson, you're just like, wow, like, okay, cool. I only like 3 people. Can you guys come by like, you know, next Friday? Like I got time next Friday. Let's do this. And like, oh yeah, let's do this. All right, fine, whatever. I don't care. You know,
that seems odd that they wouldn't test.
Yeah. Anyway, did
they talk to him about it?
Well, he didn't, because of that whole entire ethos of, you know, you don't ask when you're going to test.
Interesting, because I would have been like, hey, what do my kids need to do to rank?
Yeah. Because
it seems like they know all their stuff. Is there something? There's a difference between being like, I'm ready to test me.
Yeah.
And also, hey, what do I need to do to progress to test?
Right.
That's a different question.
Right.
Now, I agree. Like, students and parents should go up and be like, hey, my kid's ready to test. You need to test him.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's not how we do it.
Right.
But if they're like, hey, what does my kid need to do to get to the next rank? How can I help them? I love those questions.
Yeah.
Because then that tells me the parents are involved. They want their kid to progress. They're in it.
Right.
They're in it.
Right.
But yeah, for like to not even be able to get to ask that question, that's a little odd.
Yeah, he just, well, and again, he's done martial arts before, and so
The dad?
Yeah.
Where did he train?
He trained, he has a secondary black belt in Taekwondo.
Oh.
And then he did Hapkido.
So he likes Korean arts, huh?
Well, I think it's just like, again, it's just kind of like what's available. And so anyway, he went back to, kind of small tangent coming back to the story, but he went to Master Kwan's, and signed up with, I know.
Oh, man.
That guy's kind of, yeah.
Now, I don't know how much that guy actually teaches anymore.
He doesn't.
I never had good experiences with him.
You know, it's kind of funny because I've noticed that with a lot of people within the martial arts, and I would say the vast majority of people in the martial arts have this huge chip on their shoulder and ego.
Oh, big time.
That theirs is the best and everybody else sucks. And there's very, very few people that I've ever met that have been like, yeah, great. You do that? Fantastic. Cool. Do you enjoy it? Awesome. I'm glad you enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, yeah, if you want to come train with me, that's fine. Like, I do some cool stuff, too. We should do some cool stuff together, you know? I mean, I think one of the best examples out of this, you know, Philip Sahagan down in Vegas and K-Star, you know?
Oh, yeah. He's great.
He's great at that. But anyway, but yeah. So he was telling me, he was like, yeah, I'm like, so I was like, how much is the price difference? And he says it was $185 per kid, you know, And the way they do it is a lot how Brent shifted and changed everything at his studio. So Brent doesn't do private lessons anymore, and all group classes, but it's based by rank. And he says, yeah, that's what they do. And they have like a group class per week, or not per week, per day that they can go to. And he says, so like, yeah, he said, if they wanted to go, they could go 5 days a week if they wanted to. They're not open on Saturdays at all. Saturdays and Sundays closed, except for like if it's like a special testing event or something like that. And then they bring Master Quan out of the cave, and he shows up to sign certificates and stuff.
Yeah, interestingly enough, we're actually in the location he started in.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, this is where he opened up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then he moved almost quite literally across the street.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's interesting because a lot of their programs, a lot of their money is subsidized by daycare stuff.
Oh, really? Yeah, daycare, probably after school programs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I think they're actually listed as a daycare.
Oh, really?
Like, not, and this is not any shade. Like,
no. I mean, if you've got the facility
but
the people to do that,
yeah,
dude, it's killer money.
Yeah, they actually make majority of their money through daycare after school programs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're actually classified as that. They have to have like a kitchen, a playground, like all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah, the location in Holiday or near Murray, they actually have a separate building for like the schooling stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they've got like a fleet of vans that they go around and pick up kids at. And,
yeah, he was telling me about that for like their after school program, probably the daycare stuff too.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I mean, if you've got the facilities, and again, like I said, if you got the facilities, and it's a great idea, if you've got the manpower to do it. But again, I mean, crap, just for regular martial arts, $185 a month.
Yeah,
it's like
I mean, they are offering group classes daily. I mean, it's not too bad. Not too bad.
But again, I mean, it's still like anybody who balks at that, I'm just like, dude, like you have no idea what what an after school activity really costs. Yeah,
$185 a month is not bad for the ability to come to like 5 group classes a week
and to have instruction. I mean, that's the biggest thing. Like, and I think one of the biggest mistakes
I'm still trying to figure out how they fit all those in, because they got to have some like early in the afternoon when nobody can go to.
I think it's I would almost dare say, even if they do have like group classes, and I don't know how long they are.
Yeah,
I mean, they could be 35, 45 minutes,
Yeah, that's true.
And you rotate them on the hour. But you kind of look at all of this, and unfortunately, we've developed this in our society, and I think it's just because it's easy to count this way, is that we think that we're going to charge people by the hour.
Yeah, it's not an hourly thing.
And it's not an hourly thing. Like,
no.
It's like, would you rather pay an attorney by the hour or by what he knows? I mean, that's why, like, there are certain attorneys that are out there that can only charge $200, $300, $400 an hour, and others that look at you and be like, you want my services? It's $2,000.
Yeah.
An hour? That's ridiculous. Fine, go find somebody else.
Well, it's that old story of, the retired factory worker.
Yeah.
And, he retires and they call him in a month later because something broke.
Yeah.
And he walks around for 10 minutes and puts an X on it and be like, hey, fix that. And he bills them for $50,000.
Yeah.
They're like, what are you talking about? He goes, well, it's like $100 for my 10 minutes. And then the rest is for my knowing where to put the X.
Yeah. $49,900 is knowing where to put the X.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, same thing. Same thing is, you've got a facility and you've got people who are there who know how to teach you something. Then guess what? Okay, great. Are you going to get the same type of education and everything else by going to a rec center?
Yeah.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Your kids, I mean, if you just want your kid to be mobile, yeah, okay, put them in a rec program.
Yeah.
Are they going to learn? A little bit, but nothing like if someone's actually be like, this is what I'm getting paid to do.
Yeah, there's a difference between a hobbyist and a professional. Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's
rec sports, or not rec sports, like club sports or
Mhm.
competitive sports, they get pricey.
Oh yeah, and it's very similar to like
Cheer and dance.
cheer, dance, Landon.
Yeah.
When Landon did mountain biking, even though I mean that's the crazy thing. Like the mountain biking was through the high school.
And it still costs you money.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
I mean, let alone just to buy the bike.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you're talking thousands of dollars there,
Mhm.
and then for him, and again, this is like it's a subsidized program through the school.
Yeah.
It still cost us like $1,000.
Yeah, that was the same thing with my and drill. I mean, it
Mhm.
was a school run program.
Yeah.
It was still about $1,500 a month
Yeah.
for her to do it.
Oh yeah,
Or not a month, I'm sorry, a year.
for that time of that
Yeah.
program.
Yeah.
Which again is like 3 to 4 months.
Drill's odd. It's a year long.
Oh, was it for a full year?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Cuz well, they go into what's called like comp season,
Oh yeah. Okay.
but they are practicing and doing performances at like football games, basketball games. So they're doing it year long, but like their comp seasons maybe 3 months
Okay.
where they're like going to competitions and competing and all
Yeah.
that. But everything up and like is practiced up until that point.
Right.
Where it's like the football games are to practice for this comp or, all that stuff. So
Right.
Yeah.
It's probably very similar for like Cicely and her color
yeah,
guard.
yeah, exactly.
Where you've got
exactly.
and it's kind of funny because like yes, you've got the band color guard kind of marching band drill team type stuff.
Yeah.
And then you've got what they call winter guard, which is like the winter competitive season.
Yeah.
Where it's more, you've got a lot of the artistic, side of it where, I mean, it's very much like,
It's funny when you say artistic, it beckons me back to like Tuesday's class, like workout with the instructors. We were talking, we're obviously getting ready for tournament.
Right.
And we were busting one of the instructors' balls about how all of his students do these like big, like over dramatic movements.
Yes.
And Matt Schmart's like, no more of that. He's like, there is no artistic expression in these forms. It's like your version of like your artsy part of the form is how long your ki is. And it's like, do you have a short ki or a long ki? That's about as much as you can do. But there's none like dynamic tension here when it's not supposed to be to make it more dramatic. And,
Right.
oh my gosh. So yeah, we were just be like, that's the autistic part of it.
Can I hot take?
Sure.
Hot take. I absolutely hate. I can't even tell you. Like, I almost want to, like, if I'm judging at a tournament and a student does this, I'm like, last place instantly. When they get in there and like, yeah, and their face is red. You've got veins popping out, and I'm like, the effing hell is that?
Yeah,
It is the most biggest pile of bull crap I've ever seen in my life. Like, just because you can scream and like, that doesn't tell me you have any like ability in the martial arts at all. It means you suck.
Yeah,
it
it is
pisses me
it
off.
is a fine line with the ki's because you do want to show that intensity, but you don't want that intensity to distract from the skill.
Oh yeah.
So
And I'm not saying like it's just like it's just with it's in all my, it's like it is. So,
oh yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
like I want your skill to outperform like the theatrics.
Yeah.
It's like I honestly equate this to like Lady Gaga.
Mm-hmm.
She is a amazingly talented vocalist.
Yeah. Oh, dude, musician. Period. Like,
yeah,
good hell.
and the fact that like her attire and her outward like bravado borderline almost overshadows her actual ability.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, the crazy hair, the wacky outfits, like I'm not telling you not to express yourself, but like
It
dude,
overshadows your
let
actual
your
ability.
talent showcase.
Yeah.
Let your talent showcase. Because I think I remember she was on some award show and she was singing and she was like dressed up for the award show, like very elegant. And I was like, who the hell is that? And they're like, that's Lady Gaga. And I was like, get the hell out of here. Are you serious?
Right.
And I was like, she's really good.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah. And I was like, I never really noticed until right now, like how talented she is. And it's the same thing with the arts. It's,
Yeah.
those people that just scream and yell and are just, intense for the sake of being intense. It's like, eh.
And it's
You want to be intense,
yeah.
but don't let that be the only thing people remember.
Well, and that's the thing that I just, because every once in a while I get sucked in the black hole of YouTube, and
Yeah.
and I find people that are out there, and they're doing their forms and stuff like that. Not our style; it's different styles, and
Yeah.
it's like there's skill and abilities there, but you lose me the instant you're just gonna start doing that, and I'm just like,
Where they do this like flip and they land, they're like, ah, and they scream for like 30 seconds. You're like,
yes. Oh, I freaking hate that so bad.
or when okay, I'm not going to name any names, but there was a tournament in Vegas. Someone does Circle of the Tiger,
Mm-hmm.
but they added a backflip at the beginning. And you're just like, that's not in there. And then they did their form. So they did their like bow, blah, and then they did a backflip and then they started the form. And I'm like, that's lame. That's because that's not in there.
It's not in the form.
So, yeah, it's like if you want to do an acrobatic form, pick an acrobatic form.
Pick one.
Just don't do it because you can quote unquote do it.
Yeah.
So,
And guess what? There's a lot of wushu stuff out there that you can do that type of stuff in.
mm-hmm.
But when the form does not call for it, and all of your judges know that.
Yeah.
And here's the crazy thing, is that I'll guarantee you that person,
I don't think they took first either.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Yeah. I don't think
because
they
it's
took
like you're not
first.
going to get first just because you did a backflip in the front of your form.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, but there's so much ego that goes into something like that. And to me, again, it's like, what are you trying to prove? Like if you lined up a bunch of other people, other black belts and stuff like that were going to do Circle of the Tiger, none of them are going to put that in there.
No.
So what do you? Well, I got to do it. So I'm different.
The fact that it's a performance because you're at a tournament,
right?
It's like, no. But
so
crazy stuff.
It's
Crazy stuff.
I mean, it comes down to it. It's like there's so much stuff that's out there, and again, like I think you and I have talked about it, and what's the ROI, on spending this much money and time and everything else in something that, I mean, if it gives you an emotional and mental break and that's what you want to do, and that gives you fulfillment, I'm 100% behind you, and I'm not going to say don't spend the money.
Yeah.
But if you're like, I mean, we're going to put all this money into it and everything else, and they're going to get a scholarship, it's like, okay, now let's look at this with a very hypercritical eye.
Yeah.
And
the thing is like, I'm all about athletics and activities and sports because they teach a lot of lessons that are transferable to other aspects of your life.
And it's hard to get those lessons in any other aspect of life too.
Exactly. So it's like, are they going to learn something and take away something that they can take into their career, profession, whatever?
Right.
Yes, of course. But at the same time, it's like you just talked about, what's the ROI? It's like, okay, I just dumped $50,000 in their athletic career and now they don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, are they taking those lessons to hopefully get them a better job?
Right.
Or improve at their job?
Or just improve in their life because again, I think there's a lot of, I was thinking about this as I was going to the gym a couple days ago. I was like, I changed and it was a simple change. It wasn't big. Instead of doing 3 sets of all of the exercises, I was like, I'm going to crank it up to 4, because like I couldn't quite up weight, I was like, well, and the reps, I'm pretty much where I want to be at. And, and the reason why I didn't want to up weight was it's a risk of injury when you get to our age.
Yeah.
Where you're like, I'd much rather do like a bunch of reps and more sets than add more weight on and tear something.
Yeah, you got to be a little bit smarter.
So it's you got to be a little bit more strategic on it. And of course, like it's getting to the point where like there's certain exercises that I do, and it's what I call instant flu. It's like, yes, when you've got a fever of 107, you're like, and you're achy and everything else, take that full body ache and all of that and just focus it in a certain like muscle group area.
Yeah.
My shoulders are one of those areas. And like whenever I hit shoulders, it's like, it hurts so bad.
Yeah.
And
I heard her shoulders hurt so bad just standing here.
That's true. Right. Or trying to sleep or whatever. Yeah. And I was thinking about that. I was like, like what other, there's so many things in our lives that we need to learn to live in the discomfort.
Mm-hmm.
And to know that like in order to get to the goal that we want, we have to live in the discomfort.
Yeah.
We have to, and I'm not going to say enjoy it, but you have to learn that this is what it is. And I have to enjoy the fact that I'm uncomfortable.
You do have to learn how to enjoy it.
And so, and I think especially in any type of physical sport or anything else, I would even say, a lot of people would probably, I think there's a lot of physical sports out there that a lot of people wouldn't say are sports, but I'm like, dude, there are. Try doing it. Like, I mean, Sicily's color guard thing. It's like they wear, little, unitard type things and flowy, pieces of silken fabric and all that other, and they're throwing flags around and everything else. It's like, okay, do you know how difficult it is? I mean, it's basically like doing a bow staff form with a flag on the end that is carrying like wind resistance as you're spinning that thing around. Like, it's gonna like, you do that, practice that for 5 hours.
Yeah.
And then let me know.
You do anything for 5 hours and you're
and you're toast.
You're toast. Like I was talking to his name's Matt. He's our prison guard student.
Oh, okay.
I let him borrow the cert training pistol to practice for his pistol qualifications. It's like, I gotta practice. He's like, but I just there's no, he's like, I don't have any dry fire stuff. I was like, well, I got a cert pistol. It's like, you want to practice it? I'll let you take it and you can practice with it until you're done.
Yeah.
He's like, really? And it's like, yeah. So I let him borrow it. And he obviously did really well with his qualifications. And I was telling him, I go, yeah, it's funny. We used to do some pistol training classes back in the day. And I remember just like, there's obviously no ammunition, but like I was using the cert pistol and they have weighted magazines, and the act of just drawing and presenting and then holstering, drawing, presenting, holstering. We did that for like 2 hours. I remember the next day I went to practice.
Dude,
oh my gosh. Like my shoulders ached so bad. And I was all like, what is going on? This gun weighs like a pound.
Maybe.
Like it shouldn't even be that heavy, but you do it for that long, it gets heavy.
Yeah.
So you do anything for a number of times, it's going to be difficult.
It's just going to build up muscle and everything else. But again, like going back to, it's like all of those things, it's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. And it's going to be, one of those things that it's going to be painful.
Yeah.
And especially with this new up and coming generation, and for the I'll look straight in the camera and just apologize to basically, I probably should apologize for like all millennials, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, and everything else, because we have like child-proof your lives so much that when difficulty comes up, you do not have the skill set to deal with it. It's straight up honest. And again, go back to Brene Brown, assume good intent. It's like, why did it happen?
Yeah, we were trying to prevent the pain and suffering we went through. But the fact of the matter is that pain and suffering we went through shaped us to the people that we are today.
Yeah.
And if you take that away, like you just said, people don't know how to handle the discomfort of losing or being rejected or getting hurt.
Yeah.
There's this video. It was a comedian. I wish I knew the comedian's name because it was a great bit. He talks about, he goes, you don't see kids in casts in school anymore.
Yeah.
And you're just like, you don't. He goes, when I was in 4th grade, my classroom looked like a Vietnam triage unit. He's like, this person had this broken limb. This person had this broken limb. You were signing casts every other day.
Dude, it felt like that, right?
And you're just like, yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. And it was meant to be funny, and it was funny, but there's a layer of truth in that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, and again, I mean, I'm not saying that like, yeah, we should go out and like start breaking kids' legs and stuff like that.
No,
and
but
arms,
like,
but at the end of the day, it's
don't
like,
make
what
everything so safe.
yeah, what are we doing? And you know, we've done this through propaganda and fear,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really unfortunate that.
I think even more so than that, information. Because think about it
Yeah.
like this: like child predators were a thing when we were a kid,
Worse.
but we didn't really know about it, so we were just like free reigning it. Now you
Yeah.
hop on Google. It'll give you a list, and then you look up your neighborhood, and you realize you got 5 of them in your neighborhood, and you're like, my kid ain't leaving the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Speaking of child predators, did you see get a glimpse of when Tim Tebow went and
I briefly saw some of his interview.
and he was like, "Oh yeah, here's a map of the U.S. You see all the red dots? That's all the places and servers and stuff that have
Flagged.
distributed child
Yeah.
inappropriate materials. Do you see the blue dot?" And it was like it looked like the poop app for San Francisco.
Yeah.
It was like the whole U.S. was covered.
Yeah.
And he says, "Now you see the blue dots, and you couldn't even see the blue dots for the red dots."
Mm-hmm.
He says those are the areas that we've actually prosecuted people.
Yeah.
And again, it's like one of those things. It's like the fear is out there.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I would agree with you on the information, but I
Yeah.
also would also dare say that because if it bleeds, it leads
Yeah.
type of thing. And don't get me wrong, I'm not going to say that there's not some big cabal conspiracy theory in mass media.
We already
But-
talked about conspiracies last week.
We
so-
did, and we don't need to open up Pandora's box.
No.
However, in the immortal words of George Carlin, you don't have to have a conspiracy theory when like desires converge.
Yeah.
And so, and this goes back to just human psychology, is that we're way too much interested in stuff that's bad than stuff that's good. And so therefore, what are you going to get in the news? Stuff that's bad and
Yeah.
stuff that's going to make you afraid because it puts you into action.
Yeah.
And that type of action, you're going to like, again, be fearful of everything, be fearful of all this. And it's like,
Mhm.
okay, at the end of the day though, we've padded everything around our children to the point where they can't function.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree.
And I look at our educational system. I mean, like some of the stuff that Cammie tells me that they're having to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah, I've
You
talked
know?
about this numerous times with teachers. I have a love-hate relationship with them because I think they do a very difficult job.
Yeah.
And I do believe they need to get paid more. But at the same time, I also think they get paid very well for the amount of time that they're actually in the classroom. Now, that being said, that was a general statement, and I know that does not apply to all teachers. So if
Right.
you're a really good teacher
Right.
out there, I'm not talking to you. Okay.
Well, and here's the thing. If all I had to worry about was going up, showing up and teaching material and grading papers and then going home at the end of the day,
that'd be fine.
oh, dude, that's a killer gig, right?
Now, unfortunately,
But
unfortunately, majority of the teachers, I feel, unfortunately, do that. Again, there are a handful of good teachers out there. I know Cammie's probably killing it in her classroom. Shanna's uncle, Lindy,
yeah,
he's a phenomenal teacher. He does a lot more outside of the classroom that you, quote unquote, don't get compensated for.
well, I would almost dare say, I think it's a lot like, I would almost say this, it's a lot like anything, really. It's a
Yeah.
lot like policemen. It's a
I was
lot
going to
like-
say it's a lot like cops.
It's a lot like,
Unfortunately,
even martial arts
you only hear about the
instructors.
bad ones.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like that
Mm-hmm.
5%
Yeah.
that suck
Yeah.
will make the other 95% look like they're not doing their jobs.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the saying says, two standard deviations away. That group of people are the ones that are going to.
Classrooms need or at least school or teachers need to take personal opinions out of the classroom in terms of like, hey, your goal is to educate them and make them think,
Mm-hmm.
not make them think what you think.
Yeah, and I think that is a. I would say that is a very human thing to do.
Yeah.
You know,
you want them to think the way you do.
well, and to take it even in a non-political realm,
Yeah.
let's go collegiate, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think BYU sucks,
Yeah.
100%. And everybody's like, well, why? Well, I'm like, no, like I actually went to the school.
Yeah.
I didn't graduate. I graduated from the U. Oh, you're just like the U because you graduated. And don't get me wrong, I got problems with the U too.
Yeah.
You know, but my objective would be to get everybody to be on my side. But why?
Yeah.
Is it just because I need you to be on my side with that? I need you to validate that my choice of liking the U is the right one. So if you say that you like the U, then that means my opinion is valid.
Correct. Yes.
You know, and I've learned this like years ago. I mean, and again, like I said, I've got problems with the U. But if somebody came up to me on certain things, and this is where I think you really need to put your own opinion aside, like you said, and think critically.
Yeah.
You know,
like if you want to be like in finance, you go to BYU.
100%.
Yeah. If you want to go into the medical field, you go to the U.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
and here's the crazy thing: BYU is actually starting to build up their own medical program now.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're going to try to become a medical school as well, which is great. You know, but if I was going to learn,
competition's just going to raise.
It's going to raise the bar.
Yeah.
You kidding me?
Yeah.
If I wanted to learn languages, like I'm not kidding, find me a better place than BYU anywhere in the United States.
Yeah, it's because they're trying to train missionaries to go across the world.
Right.
So they got to have.
They've got to have all of the linguists that are there with all of those different languages. Like you want to learn Russian, real Russian? Yeah, go to BYU.
Yeah.
Okay? You know, you want to go into music, any type of music? Don't go to the U. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You know, but again, you want to go into engineering? I probably wouldn't send you to BYU.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because I think the U's engineering program is slightly better.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say BYU's engineering program is bad.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is that if you can take a critical eye and take your own opinions out of it, you know, and I think I don't think that that's a teacher problem. I just think that's a human problem.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And unfortunately, it's like the teachers get the bad rap because they're influencing a large majority of kids.
Oh, 100%.
Well, I mean, all the kids.
All the kids.
They go to the schools.
Yeah.
So.
You know, but I think, again, you know, looking at teachers, but I think if they didn't have to manage everything else on top of teaching, it's like I've got to manage your opinions, or not your opinions. I got to manage this kid's emotions. I've got 5 different kids that have 5 different problems, like emotional problems or learning problems and everything else that I've got to make concessions for all of these 5 different children. I've got this one kid over here who's causing problems that are creating a situation in which all of the other 25 people can't learn. Mm-hmm. You know, so I have to go take care of that. Yeah, and administration's like, well, you have to take care of all of those things. Mm-hmm. And it's like, no.
Not only that, but like they have to deal with the parents are the bigger problem.
And then the parents on top of that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it used to be, I mean, you and I remember if you got in trouble at school, you didn't want to go home because your ass got in trouble at home.
Oh, dude, it was bad.
Now you get in trouble at school, the parents come and yell at the teacher because, you know, you're an angel.
Yeah.
So.
Well, my little Timmy never does that at home. Well, you should come. You know, and it's funny. I saw a meme like this. It made me laugh. It says maybe we should start having teachers wear body cams so that way when the parents can come in, they can see how their little shit really acts. And I'm like, oh damn.
Not only that, I believe that there needs to be cameras in every class, just right above the chalkboard.
Yep. And
it just shows down into the school, so parents can log in and be like, hey, how's my kid doing at school, and they can watch.
Yeah. I wouldn't want that because then you get parents that think that they could micromanage the teacher.
Yeah,
and I'm like, no, I'm sorry.
There's that, but no, I think it's to be more for like exactly what you said. It's like
right, but if they had like cameras in there so that like if an incident happened, they could be like, yeah, my kid didn't do that. It's like, well, here's little Timmy.
Well, here's the video.
Who picked up the desk and threw it across the room.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he was probably provoked. Shut your face.
Watch the video.
He put every other kid in that room in danger. Yeah. He's out.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the other thing that I remember is that, like, if you were kicked out, like, it was done.
Yeah.
Like, there's no making up work for that day. You know?
Yeah.
And the other thing,
like, no kid left behind and the zero tolerance policy, just all the policies in schools are ruining schools.
And I honestly, it's really kind of funny because, Cammie's Bountiful Elementary was just rebuilt.
Okay,
they took the old building, bulldozed it to the ground, and built a new one. Okay. almost every single one of the teachers look around and they're like, there's some things about the school that's super nice, other things that are completely idiotic.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I've gone through and I've seen them and I laugh, and they all say the same thing. Like, they're like, they didn't consult any teachers who actually work in this industry.
You're like, this doesn't make any sense.
Like, this doesn't make any sense,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And I'm like it's funny because there's this like little corner of Cammy's room, and they call it the calming corner. If a kid's like having a hard time or if he just needs a minute, this is fourth grade.
Yeah.
Fourth grade.
Yeah.
And there's this little, like, you know, light right here, and if they want to change it to help like soothe their attitudes and stuff like that.
That's good for kids with autism.
And I was like,
not regular classroom.
No,
kids.
this isn't regular classroom stuff.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the crazy thing is that Cammy teaches fourth grade deep, which is for the smarter, higher achiever kids. And
Smarty pants.
Yeah. Which is funny because she also has a couple students in that class that have IEPs and everything else. Like, this person needs more time taking a test. This person has trouble reading. And I'm like, then they should not be in this class. Well, they're really smart. I don't care.
I had an IEP when I was in school because I have dyslexia and a reading and writing disability.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I there were certain subjects that I excelled really well in, and there were certain subjects that I did not.
Yeah.
And you just, at my school, they didn't have like honors classes, so to speak. So I went to a small private school.
Right.
So like everybody was doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just, it's a fine line because if kids need accommodations, they should get them. But at the same time, it's like, if they need accommodations, then why are they in the accelerated program?
Well, and that's the other thing. Like, and I agree. If you need accommodations, let's help you out. So, and my biggest thing is not just let's help you out and give you things that your parents think. No. Okay.
Yeah.
A, your parents aren't teachers. B, whatever your parents are going to tell you to do isn't going to help you.
Yeah.
Okay. What we need to do is we need to teach you skill sets in order to deal with whatever it is that's causing, this issue with you, so you could then go from here and succeed in life. Because guess what?
Yeah.
Your boss isn't going to care whether or not you need an IEP because your report wasn't done on time because I needed it Wednesday and you have a hard time getting things done on time. It needs to be done on frickin' Wednesday.
Yeah, no, they do need to tell, like, they need to have, like, it's just like with anything, drills and skills to teach, because it's something that doesn't go away.
No, it doesn't.
But you need to learn how to manage it and work with it.
Yes.
So,
and build the skill sets in order to manage and work.
Because I'll know for me, like, if I'm rushing, I will make lots of mistakes when I'm writing and when I'm doing like numbers.
Yes.
So I'll be writing and typing, and Shannon will even be like, hey, are you in a hurry? Are you stressed? And I was like, why? She's like, because you're missing a lot of words.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I am. And then I'll reread it and I'll be like, yeah, I said it in my head, but I didn't actually put it into words.
Write it down. Mm-hmm.
Or I'll be writing something like numbers wise and I'll hit. In fact, I even did it with when we were updating the phone number on Google.
Oh, okay.
Apparently I put 45 instead of 54.
Oh, dude, I do that all the time.
And I was all like, we had a student, they're like, yeah, I called the number and it didn't work. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, I just called the number on Google. So I went on to Google and I was like, son of a bitch. All right.
Right.
I had to, rechange it. So it's teaching kids how to not like fix it, because it won't be fixed, but it's how do you manage it and how do you prepare for it? Because I agree. It's like, if you have a project due on Wednesday, you can't be like, well, I have a learning disability, I need it due on Friday. It's like,
not
no,
in the real world.
If you have a project due on Wednesday, then that means you need to start 2 days earlier. So you tell your boss, be like, hey, do I have anything coming up? Because if I do, I need a couple extra days to get it done on time. Not, I need a couple extra days after the due date.
Yeah.
So,
well, and here's the thing, and this comes down to real world, is that if you're going to think that you're going to move from a scholastic type of world that's going to make accommodations for that into the real one, and that's going to follow with you, you're going to be in for a very rude awakening, because your boss is going to be like, I'm sorry, but I can do this. Other guy over here can get it done on time, and I don't have to make those accommodations for you.
Yeah.
We're going to have to find you a different position in the company, and if we can't, we're just going to have to let you go.
Yeah.
And that's a very real thing, and I think a lot of people have a problem with that.
Because they think it's not fair.
That's not fair. It doesn't matter.
Unfortunately, the truth of the matter, is it not fair? Yeah, it is not fair, but that is reality.
Yeah.
It's like just because it's not fair doesn't mean it's not going to happen.
And I think that's for Gen Xers even, like, we just kind of get used to the idea no one's coming to help you.
Yeah.
No one's coming to help you. No one's coming to save you. If you don't get it done on your own, that's it. Like, you think baby boomers are going to come help you? You think the millennials are going to come? Both of those people are worthless. You hate both of them. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Yeah.
It's my favorite meme when the girl comes out. It's like, everybody's yelling at like boomers and everybody's yelling at millennials, but what about Gen Xers? Why aren't we fighting with them? And the guy comes in, he's like, hey, Gen X, we don't have a problem with you.
Yeah.
Here's some Twinkies and here's a John Hughes movie.
Yeah.
Do you want some Doritos? Shut up. Do not mess with Gen X.
Yeah.
They're the last of the feral generation.
Yeah.
There is zero video or photographic evidence of what they did. And if you know somebody who's alive right now and is not in jail, they have done some shit. So leave them alone. Hey, I'll get you some ho-hos.
But let's move on with the rest of the show.
Good times.
That's a long intro. All right, moving on to our Liam's Facts. All right, last week's question was, who coined the phrase nerd? What famous author? And the answer to that is Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss.
Apparently, Dr. Seuss coined the term nerd. All right, so obviously, for some reason, I decided to do a cop theme show today. So this week's question, in what city was the first police department established and what year?
Ooh.
Okay, so what city and what year was the first police department established? Little side note, Salt Lake City was the third.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Salt Lake City was the third established police department, and that was in 1851.
Holy crap.
Yes.
That's wild. Okay, so it really was Wild Wild West out here.
Yes. So I did not expect to see that.
Holy crap.
They were third on the list. So it was obviously the answer to this question.
Yep.
I'm not going to tell you 2 and 4, but when Salt Lake was 3.
Holy crap. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's actually really kind of cool.
The only hint I'm going to give is like 1 through 4 minus Salt Lake is all on the East Coast.
9-9.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not that. It's not Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
It's Brooklyn Nine-Nine. 9-9. All right. That's a great show.
So good.
All right. Let's get to a word from our sponsor.
Yeah. TruMotion in motion. Let's go. Gear up. Stand tall. Feel the flow. Kicking it strong with the best of the best. Streetwear fresh. Put your style to the test. Karate vibes, yeah, we bring that heat. From tees to hoodies, keep it sharp, keep it sleek. T-shirt or hoodie, we got both. Subs for the grind, focus on growth. Stickers and swag, let the world know you rep style. Now let's go. TruMotion merch, yeah, we level up. Style so sharp, got that warrior's touch. Reppin' that swag, flex it, wear it proud. Support TruTalks and wear it loud. Power, the heart of the fight. Your fit's gotta match your unstoppable might. Tigers and dragons, bold on the sleeve. Step in the dojo, they know you don't leave. Oh, step up, don't wait. Rock that fit, let's elevate. TruMotion merch, yeah, we level up. Style so sharp, got that warrior's touch. Rocking that drip, yeah, you own the crowd. Support TruTalks and wear it loud. Yeah, we reppin' strong. your merch shop is what it's all about.
Thank you, sponsor. Make sure you go on, see what we got on there, see if we've got anything updated. But let's move on to our police cop show top 5. All right, now as I was writing this down, I could have been like, damn, I could have done like a comedy police show.
Okay, so I
And was like,
yes.
holy smokes. And it's
Yes.
funny, I asked Shanna, I go, hey, what are your favorite cop movies? She's like, I don't know 5 of them. And then she started listing them. She's like, I guess I do know 5 of them. So,
Well, then you start getting into it, and you're like, there's so many different genres inside of the different cop movies
yeah,
that are out there. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
could technically say Star Wars because Jedis are like cops.
Yeah. Well,
They're ambassadors.
they're ambassadors. They're there's like CIA
Peacekeepers
agents.
of the universe.
right.
Chopping your head off.
They really are. They're like they're the CIA secret agents of the Republic.
Intergalactic Republic.
Yeah,
of-
they're there to regime change and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and these are not the droids you're looking for. And,
Yep.
type of
All right, but what do you got for your top 5?
Okay, so I've got 2 different groups.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the serious one first. And
Serious?
these are like in like no particular
Yeah.
order. They're just super super good. Okay, so Training Day.
Training Day is a great movie.
Training Day is a fantastic movie.
Didn't Denzel win an Academy Award for that?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
We should find. If you know, let us know.
Yeah,
I think he did though.
yeah,
King Kong and all that was ad-libbed.
dude, it was
That wasn't in the
man.
script.
Nope.
That was
he,
awesome.
He literally chewed the scenery in that one. Like he was so good.
Yeah.
Ethan Hawke was so good. I mean, it was just a good movie. Yeah. Departed.
Parted was good.
Departed, super good.
Spoiler,
Heat.
everybody dies.
Yeah, dude. And it's like and that's one thing that I kind of like about shows when they're willing to take that high paid actor and I'm gonna kill you in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh,
It was Game of Thrones before Game of Thrones.
dude, no joke. No joke. Heat was also
Val Kilmer.
also super super good.
Yep.
Then I've got my list here. Because I've got these mixed up with Mystic River was also super good.
Okay. I never saw that, but
Yeah.
I think I have it. That's with Jeremy Renner and
Yeah.
Elizabeth Olsen, right?
Yeah. Then you've got Heat of the Night, which is another that's an old one. You've got Donnie Brasco. Another one that's kind of like a funny one, but Sting.
Sting?
With Robert Redford and Paul Newman.
Or The French Connection.
The French Connection, yes,
Yeah.
another one. And so those ones are all kind of
More on the serious.
serious kind of side of life and everything else. But then on the funny side,
Okay. There's a lot of funny cop movies.
a lot of funny cop movies.
Yeah.
Number 1, Fight Me, Hot Fuzz.
Yeah.
Fight Me.
Yeah. I love Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz, so good. So probably there's going to be a lot of people like, what the heck is Hot
You've
Fuzz?
never seen Bad Boys 2.
You ever shoot anybody whilst jumping through the air with both hands like this?
What's the movie with Johnny Utah? Point Break. Point Break.
Break.
You never seen Point Break. Yeah. God, I love Hot Fuzz.
When they're going over the fences.
Yeah.
He tries to jump. No, I'm just
He
gonna
just
run right
runs
to the
right
fence
through
and
it.
knock it over.
Yeah. That's a great movie.
Bill Nye is in it too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like there's so in the what's his name who played James Bond and
Timothy Dalton.
Timothy Dalton. I mean, it's just it's so.
I'm more of
good.
an agnostic. I think I got a cream for that. Yeah.
So good. That
Or
was
the
so good.
NWA,
Yeah.
the Neighborhood Watch Alliance.
Watch Alliance.
Yeah. Hot Fuzz is great.
Oh man. Oh, that was in my opinion that was
That's
peak
in
Simon
my type 5
Yeah.
too. So
peak Simon Pegg comedy.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
Him and Nick Frost.
Oh, dude, both of them. I
Yeah.
mean, oh, geez, so good, so good. But then I've got of course, series. Bad Boys.
Yeah.
Duh. you know, Lethal Weapon,
Mm-hmm.
duh, you know,
Yep.
21 Jump Street,
Yep.
duh, you know,
Mhm.
Beverly Hills Cop, duh,
Duh.
you know, and so those are like my funny ones, and the not so funny ones. Oh, and then of course, you know, Naked Gun.
Yeah.
So,
Those are great
oh my gosh.
movies. If you've not watched the Naked Gun series, you have to rewatch them. The comedy in that is phenomenal.
Dude, Leslie Nielsen is just like that type. It's funny because we haven't, and again, a lot of this comes from the pussification of America,
Yeah.
where we can't
Make fun of anybody.
fun of anybody anymore. Like, I mean, the old, I love it, the old Airplane, you know, movie,
Mhm.
you know.
I am serious, and stop calling me Shirley.
Yeah, right.
I'm a doctor. Let me try.
The old lady comes over and I think I could help, stewardess. I speak jive.
Yeah. Those are great. Okay, so here's some of my honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Okay, Police Academy.
Oh, how can I forget
Yeah.
Police Academy? There was like 5 of them.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Ride Along.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
Okay.
one Shanna brought up, and I was like, oh my God. I
forgot right along. Dude, that was
SWAT.
SWAT.
It's so corny and cheesy
Yeah.
that you just love it. Obviously, Naked Gun.
Yeah.
RoboCop.
Yes. I mean, it's in the name.
It's
Duh.
in the name.
Yeah.
Rush Hour.
How could
Yep.
dude.
Yep. The Other Guys.
I was about to say the
Yep.
other guys.
The
Yep.
Other Guys.
Yep. That one was so good.
I'm a peacock. You need to let me fly.
Kid, don't do no shit. So you were a pimp? No. I was just helping these ladies out, you know. When everybody didn't pay, I gotta
And then
make
when
sure.
he's making fun of Eva Mendes, be like, I'm so sorry you have to deal with this nonsense. And Mark Wahlberg's like,
What the?
yeah, apparently it said I had enough testosterone to kill a coyote.
So good.
Yeah. Okay, and then like for my top 5, Hot Fuzz,
Yeah.
Bad Boys,
Yeah.
Lethal Weapon,
Yep.
Super Cop with Jackie Chan.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Or you could have just done his whole police story.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and then there was Time Cop.
Time
with Jet
Cop.
Li.
That was
or
Time
sorry.
Cop. Time Cop was Van Damme.
Oh, that was Van Damme. Van
Yeah.
Damme.
One was Jet Li.
One was Jet Li.
Yeah.
There was another one that Donnie Yen did.
He's done a bunch of police, like Police Fury or whatever.
Yeah.
Kung Fu Cop or something.
But dude, it was more like the more serious ones where it was, oh dude, it was so good.
Yeah. And then my final one was Speed.
Oh, Speed, that is true.
Yeah, that's a cop movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Speed.
Yeah.
I think it's such a good movie. Oh yeah, well I'm taller.
Yeah.
That was when Keanu was getting a bad rap for his acting, and it's like he was just playing the character.
He was just playing the character, dude. Yeah.
Now, should he have been in Dracula? Probably not.
Yeah.
But that's because you're acting, alongside like Gary Oldman and all these like A-list actors. Even if you were good, you weren't going to look good.
No.
So,
No.
yeah, Keanu Reeves is great.
It's funny because, some people, have a list of, actors or actresses that are like, yeah, this is on my list of people that, my hall pass list.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keanu Reeves is on your hall pass?
No, I have a different list.
Okay.
And it's a list of people, if I ever meet them, I will stop anything that I'm doing
And just hang out.
It's just be like, Kate, so I'm going to smoke a brisket. I want you to come over to my house. We're just going to sit. We're going to eat food. We're going to hang out. We'll play like freaking card games, everything else. We're just going to have a great time. He's one of those people that I would, no joke, just love to sit down, have some awesome food with, play some great fun, and just like,
He
just
seems like a good
enjoy
dude.
and just like,
Yeah.
oh man, like I just want to hang out,
Yeah.
And
I
so
agree. But let us know what your top 5 cop movies are. And yeah, we could have probably done a silly cop movie and a
dude.
serious cop movie, top 5, but we just did like anything. We'll do that later.
yeah.
But let's move on to our cop slang. All right, this week's cop slang, we've got a few, like, I guess you could call them acronyms, and then some 10 dash numbers. See how we know them. Okay. I've heard this term, but I actually didn't really know what it meant until I saw it. But bolo. B-O-L-O.
Yeah.
Bolo.
So a bolo is I'm trying to remember what the actual acronym is.
And when you hear it, you're like, duh, that makes sense.
Yeah, but a bolo is like basically like a broadcast information of the person that they're looking for.
Yeah, be on the lookout.
Be on the lookout. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. GOA.
GOA?
GOA. Again, when you hear it, you're like,
GTA.
yeah.
I know that one.
GTFO.
GOAT. I mean, I know the goat. The goat.
GOA is gone on arrival.
Oh, okay.
Yes. UTL. Not UTI.
Yeah, that's
UTL.
some cranberry juice.
Yeah. You,
What's it? On your period or something?
yeah. UTL.
Yeah, I don't know.
Unable to locate.
Oh, okay.
Yes. EDP.
I'm like
Not the dance music. Yeah. Emotionally disturbed person.
Ah,
EDP.
okay.
OIS. Officer involved shooting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, OIS is an officer involved shooting. Okay, this one, 10-4.
Yep, 10-4 is basically just like you're saying, copy.
Message received.
Message received, yep.
10-7. Now, granted, I zero clue minus after 10-4. I have no idea what these were.
I can't remember.
10-7 is out of service.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know that one.
Yeah, I'll have to kind of confirm these with Donovan, but
Yeah.
Google if they're wrong, you're a liar. 10-8. Think of the opposite of 10-7. In service.
Oh, in service. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
10-7 is out of service. 10-8 is in service. 10-20. Actually, I did know this one.
That one's where your what's your location?
Yeah, location.
Yeah.
10-15. I'll even ask Matt if these are correct, too.
I don't know, 10-15.
Prisoner in custody.
Oh.
Prisoner in custody. 10-29. Check for warrants.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not to be confused with the 2918.
2019.
2019. Yeah. But those are our cop slangs. Let us know how you did. Obviously, I'm not a cop, so I did terrible.
Same
But
here, dude.
moving on to our next question. All right, what's our next question?
Okay, so this one again, kind of like talking about what we were talking about earlier today in the intro. I was watching some Chris Bumstead.
What?
I know.
No. You watching Chris Bumstead?
I know, right? I mean,
Never.
he's on my list. He's on my list of like people. If I ever met him, it'd be like, hey, bro, I will make a lot of meat, whatever. You know, bring your family over. We'll sit down. We're gonna eat. We're gonna have fun. Because he's one of those down to earth type.
Yeah, I'm gonna be making lots of meat today.
Yeah.
Got to cook for the 5-year dinner.
Yeah.
Doing ribs and whole chickens.
Oh, dude, that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
And so,
Excited.
it's kind of bummed out that I'm gonna miss it.
You should be. It's gonna be good.
I know. So, I was watching him, and this was like one of his podcasts that he was doing. He was talking about a couple of different things, the importance of writing stuff down, and
Yeah.
like instead of like doing like kind of a podcast, actually making a newsletter, actually taking the time to write things down. And during that, he was answering a question from somebody, and the question was, how do you stay motivated? You know,
Motivation is bullshit.
and it's exactly what he said. He said,
Yeah.
"Yeah." He says, "Motivation's fleeting. Motivation is
Yeah.
one of those things that you you can have in the moment, but it will not always stay with you and will not always carry you through the times where things are difficult.
Yeah, motivation may get you started,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not what's going to carry you through.
It's not
If
what-
you have to get motivated to do everything,
Yeah.
there's something wrong with you.
Right. And so one of the biggest things that he was saying, like, again, is to like create the goals, give yourself, something that you're going to be shooting for. And of
Mhm.
course, we've all talked about what, goals, they have to be, specific, measurable, attainable, and everything
Mhm.
else. And done by a certain date, And as I was sitting there thinking about that, I was like, oh man, what are my current goals?
Mhm.
Like, what are your current goals that you've got going on? And when we've got those goals, what things do you do to help you with in the times when you don't want to do it? You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
was like kind of like
No,
sitting
I
there just like
gotcha. I
thinking about
gotcha.
that. I was like, oh man. And then I wrote it down and made sure I was like, oh, that's the question for the week.
Yeah. No, I think it's when you have goals, if they don't like spur you to act, are they the right goals to have?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, let's take fitness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if you're like, if my goal doesn't make me want to eat right, is it the goal? Should I have that goal?
Or do I have that goal because I feel that the culture and society that I'm in,
makes
and that
me
culture
want to
could
have
even
that?
be like like your friends and everybody else
Yeah.
around you, make me want to do it because
Mhm.
I feel like that's expected of me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I would probably stop making goals in terms of like the number on the scale, and I would probably start making goals in terms of what you're putting up in the gym.
Yeah.
So I would, if I was doing a fitness goal, I would be like, okay, instead of being like, I want to lose X amount of pounds,
Mm-hmm.
I would start translating it to, I want to start putting up X amount of weight. Because with that, you can like see a lot faster results. And those faster results, even though we just said motivation is dumb, that keeps you excited.
Yeah, the progress does.
And you're just like, oh my gosh, like I did blah, blah, blah. I
Mhm.
put up 225 on the bench. Like, this is great. I want to continue to do more.
Right.
Versus with weight, I know, like 1 week you could be like, good Lord, I lost 10 pounds. And you
Right.
didn't do anything you were supposed to do.
Right.
And then 1 week you're like, I did everything I was supposed to do and I gained 4 pounds.
Oh yeah, that was me last week.
So it's like you can't, I would stop using like scale weight as a goal.
Right.
Because it's like, do your clothes feel better?
Mm-hmm.
Are you more productive in the gym? Are you less tired? That will determine more on how your fitness feels, more so than what the number says on the scale, especially if you're doing what you're supposed to do.
Right.
So I think when it comes to like when you don't want to do it, are you tracking the right numbers? So it's like, oh my God, like I don't want to get out there and do it. But God, if I don't do it, this could suffer. And if that suffers, this will suffer. So you have to look at your goals and be like, do these goals impact my life?
Yeah.
If they impact your life, then you suck it up and you got to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
If these goals don't impact your life, then why are they goals?
Yeah.
I would start to think, because if it doesn't impact my life, I'll be like, fine, I'll do it later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's very easy to just be like, pass it down the road.
It's like, that's a future mark problem.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. But if they're like, man, these goals will affect whether or not, you pay your bills, or you have food on the table, or, you don't have to go to a doctor's appointment. Be like, okay, then I need to do these.
Yeah. Well, and that's one of the things I was just ruminating on it and just kind of sitting there and like, sitting into it. And again, like for me, because fitness is a big thing for me. and a lot of my, again, like you said, I think that's what you said was 100% spot on. Like, is it something that I want, or, you know, is it something that's going to help push me forward? Is it something that I can look at and be like, this is my goal? If I want this to be my goal as I'm walking down the freaking candy and chip aisle, and I can look at it like, oh man, those chips look good. It's like, and then there's that other me that says, yeah, but they do taste good and they will taste good right now. But is it going to help you get where you want to be? I'm like, no. Okay, then do we really want those? No. Oh, good. Okay, and then you can move forward. Like, you know, this week has just been absolutely busy with, so I think Monday had a decent workout day. But then I had my MCO practice that was on Monday. Tuesday, Cicely had her choir concert on Tuesday. Wednesday, Landon had his orchestra concert on Wednesday. Thursday was when I could actually go to Cammy's Elementary. She's on the committee for the musical that they had over there, and kind of support her in that and watch that. Friday, I was, you know, basically getting everything ready and stuff because I won't have time on Saturday to do any of my normal things. And then Saturday came around, and it's just like, okay, cool. Like, I didn't get to the gym as much as I wanted to this week. You know, I went once, you know, however, you know, and that was just like weightlifting. But what I made sure that I was doing, again, just to help make sure you maintain something to push you towards those goals. And even if that, I think the biggest thing, like what you said, you know, you have to ask yourself the question, you know, what is my goal? Do I want that goal? Really, like, personally, like, I'm going to look myself in the mirror. Do I really want it? You know, yes, I do. Okay, great. What did I do this week that's going to help me go there? It's like, oh, okay. I got my steps in every single day this week. Oh, okay. How many times did you go to the gym and lift? I only went once. Why? Well, because it was just a logistical impossibility. Okay, cool. That's fine. Like, you know, it wasn't like you're making excuses not to go, because the little victories that you're going to have along the way are going to pay big dividends down the line.
It's like, did you do something versus did you do nothing?
Right.
It's like, I may not have lifted, but I walked a lot.
But I walked, yeah.
Or you're like, hey, I can't get to the gym, so I'm going to knock out 50 push-ups.
Right.
Or I'm going to do 20 sit-ups. Or I'm just going to make sure my diet's dialed in so that if I don't get to the gym, it's not going to ruin my next week.
Yeah. And that's, you know, that was another thing that I was making sure that I was doing. And I was like, okay, cool. And I was kind of thinking about that. And then I started thinking about other things. Because I think fitness for me is just a really easy one to go to for like setting goals and stuff. Another one of the harder ones is, you know, more interpersonal relationships and stuff like that. It's like, okay, cool. Like, well, what other goals do I want to have, and what other goals do I need to have? You know, I need to, you know, make sure that, again, like you said, like, that I'm doing enough at my job and stuff like that to put food on the table, make sure I still have a job and everything else, and do all that. I also need to make sure that, you know, I'm getting stuff done around the house and everything else, because it's just me. And then the other one was, you know, do my kids feel like my attention and my love and appreciation for them is there? And a lot of that came up because of a situation that happened with Cicely, you know, last week, or actually it was this week, and it was just really sad. And I was just like, okay, cool. Like, and it kind of made me like reprioritize a couple of things and put a new goal in my life. Yeah. That it's like, okay, this one's going to be hard, because again, the goal, you have to, it has to be measurable, right? It's like, okay, well, how am I going to measure this? You know, I've got to figure out what I'm going to do in order to, you know, let my kids know that no matter what, they are not discarded. Yeah. That they are not set aside. You got to make them feel that they're a priority. Yeah. That they are a priority to me.
And unfortunately, we have a lot of parents out there that don't do that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I know of one specific, nobody associated with the dojo, but I was talking with Shanna about someone she knows, and I'm just like, this person should never have had kids. And it's sad because the kids are suffering and the kids are awful.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And it's hard. It broke my heart having that conversation with her.
yeah.
Because it was one of those things that I was like, crap, I knew I was having my own issues. And I'm not going to say that I'm way not perfect by any stretch of the imagination.
Mm-hmm.
And I was having my own, I'll just call it what it is, a pity party,
Yeah.
because of everything that's been going on over the past few years.
Yeah.
And I was really trying to not have that bleed over to the kids and everything else, but now looking at it,
It did.
it did.
Yeah. Even if you hide it, there's residual that just.
Yeah. Like you're bleeding. It doesn't matter. Like you're still going to bleed on people.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh shoot. Okay. No, you know what I need to do?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I need to make this a goal and a priority in my life and step up to the point where no matter what, rain or shine, day or night, if my daughter wants to FaceTime me, call me, talk to me, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
I will be there.
Yeah.
I will be there. I was watching, again, another, I kind of got sucked down black hole YouTube on this one. And I can't remember the guy's name. But he runs like, kind of like investigative talk show type thing. And the guy he interviewed was like, okay, it's like when you were a kid and you were bullied, who did you talk to about it? He's like, nobody. He's like, why didn't you go to your parents? He says, because I couldn't. I didn't feel like I could. Okay, cool. So you have kids? The guy's like, yeah. He's like, if your kids were bullied at school, would you want them to come talk to you about it? Yeah. Yeah. He says, okay. Why wouldn't your kids come talk to you about it? And he was like, well, I would feel really hurt if they didn't. He says, that's not what I asked you. Why wouldn't your kids come talk to you if they were bullied? It's a different question.
Yeah, they probably feel shame.
Even if you feel shame, why wouldn't they come talk to them? Because they don't feel like it's a safe place to do so. Because he hasn't established that it's okay to come and talk to him about those type of things.
Interesting.
And it was a heavy hitting, conversation. I was like, oh crap. Okay, I need to start opening those doors.
Mm-hmm.
I need to, and it's not something that you could just go in and from ball kick the door down and everything else. It's something that you've got to just be gentle with it and ease into it and just be that person where it's like, even and I had the conversation with Cicely where it was kind of got into some things, and you have to, for me it was really, really hard to just sit there and be in the moment and not try to fix things.
Yeah, especially as like dads and
Yeah.
like you hear problems and you're like, these are things I need to fix.
Yeah.
And in reality, it's like, no, you just need to listen.
It's like I want to heal your heart so bad,
Mm-hmm.
but what you need right now is you just need me to be here with you.
Yeah.
And to let you know by being here and by talking to you and by going through this emotional, moment with you, that I'm going to be here with you no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like one of those things that I was like, oh crap, that's got to be on my goal list of things to do.
Yep.
I can no longer, wait until everything's okay to then start working on this. I've got to start working on it now, no matter what, and that kind of played into like, okay, like, well, what are my other goals? What are Mark's goals? Like, what are, like, what are things that everybody else is out there like going through? It's like, well, I want to be motivated. I want to do this. I want to get my black belt. It's like, okay, like getting a black belt's a goal.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I feel tired today. It's like, okay. Are you going to go to the studio? I'm tired. Well, that's not going to help you get to your goal. You do realize that.
Apparently that's not, it's a wish, not a goal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, there was another, was it Jay Cutler? another big bodybuilder guy, but he was talking with Arnold. He's like, I feel really sick today. Like I'm getting a cold or whatever. I think I'm just going to stay home. I'm not going to go. And Arnold's like, you go to the gym. Just go to the gym, you know? And he's like, what do you mean? It's like, just go.
Yeah.
Just go to the gym. And you know what? If you go and you don't do anything, great. At least you went to the gym, come back home.
Yeah.
So he gets there, gets to the gym. He says, all right, well, I'm here. Might as well do something. So I got a little bit of cardio in. I was like, I'm feeling a little bit better. And he says, next thing I know, I do like a full workout. Was it as good as I could have done it? No, because I was sick.
Yeah.
But I did something. And again, that goes back to, what are your goals?
Yeah.
So
make sure you prioritize your goals and don't use motivation to keep you on track with your goals.
Yeah.
Habits and discipline.
Yep.
But moving on to our next question. All right, question number 3 is, how can we change people's perspective on law enforcement? It kind of goes back to the teacher thing.
Oh yeah.
They're honestly, they're very tied hand in hand, in my opinion. Because, like, are there bad cops? Yes, unfortunately, there are bad cops. But there are far more better cops than there are bad cops.
Oh yeah.
And I've always taken the stance that it's the same thing with teachers. I think they need to get paid more, but I think their training needs to be continuously updated, and the standard of their abilities needs to be, the bar needs to be raised.
Right.
In terms of like, hey, if you want to be a cop, there's a certain standard you need to meet.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, you will be compensated very well for it. But if you don't meet these standards, you can't be a cop.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's the same thing with teachers.
Well, and again, here's the hard thing.
It's hard with teachers because it's like, well, like some kids will just not get it.
Yeah.
Well, I just don't like standardized testing.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. The problem that I have with a lot of teaching, and I shouldn't say teaching, a lot of administrators who are over teachers.
Yeah.
Is
they don't teach anymore.
Well, not only do they don't teach anymore, but they're generally working with consultants, and those consultants aren't actually in the actual field and everything else, and they come out with these perfect pie in the sky type ideas that, well, this is what we should be doing, and we should be doing it like this. And it's like, shut up. Like, if you worked that through, if you put that through a pilot program.
Yeah.
Well, no, but we're just going to adopt this. It's like, okay, no.
Yeah.
You're not going to adopt it. Put it through a pilot program, find out the kinks and the bumps and everything else, and then, okay, we put it through a pilot program. We used it in this school, with all these different demographics and everything else. This is what we found. This is the actual increase of actual scoring and everything else across the board. We need to start doing X, But I think especially in education, that's not the way it goes. And I have my own opinion on what that is. I don't want to get you demonetized, so I won't say it.
Yeah.
It's
all right.
But I think I really think the same thing happens a lot with law enforcement as well. A lot of people come in and like, well, we're going to start doing this because that's going to be better and everything.
Yeah.
And again, so you're going to determine whether or not the law enforcement is good because of the, granted, everybody wants a decrease in crime.
Yeah.
But
everybody forgets that police don't prevent crime.
No.
They're there to
figure things out in the aftermath.
Yeah, and they're there to present a presence that will help deter crime. But police don't prevent crime.
No.
Why? Because police can't be everywhere.
Yeah.
Like law enforcement can't be everywhere, nor do you want them everywhere.
Yeah.
Because then you're really not living in a free society.
No.
So, yeah, the whole notion of law enforcement prevents crime, that's not true.
No.
Law enforcement cleans up crime, and they help figure out what's going on, and then, the act of them being around will hopefully deter it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they don't prevent crime from happening. I think with law enforcement, I think there needs to be continuous training. And and I've talked about this. I don't even remember who I was talking to. I think I was actually talking with Matt. I think every patrol car needs to have 2 people in it, and they need to be 2 different functions with those people. One of them needs to be the physical person, the one that knows all the physical aspects of the training, like the shooting, the martial arts, the restraints,
Right.
just a big physical presence. And then the other one needs to be the mental, emotional side of the training, the one that's the psychiatrist, the one that knows the law, the one that can like calm a situation down. Because to expect police officers to be psychiatrists, bouncers,
Oh yeah.
like lawyers, like all of these hats, they can't do all of them well.
Yeah. I mean, I think you nailed it on the head when it was just like, yeah, like policemen and teachers are ridiculously similar in that.
Yeah.
Because I agree with you on both of those things
Yeah.
because they both have to carry
It's
all
like,
of
do you
that
want
weight.
the teacher to teach, or do you want them to be some like social worker?
Right. Well, and that's the other thing. It's like, okay, well, you know, and I think that there's the other thing that unfortunately happens with police officers a lot. Again, it's a human aspect. Is that there's so much ego that goes involved in that. It's like, you said no to me. It's like, did you give me a lawful order? Well, just because I said it does not make it a lawful order.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you want to go down this route? Fine. Well, you think you know more than me? I mean, like, there's all sorts of videos like that are on the internet where they're like, yeah, because I actually am a lawyer, so you can keep doing what you're going to do. I'm not going to resist you.
Yeah.
But I will sue the crap out of you, and they end up doing it, and it's like a $500,000 lawsuit, and they win.
Mm-hmm.
And the judges are like, dude, are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah.
You know, and I think a lot of that goes to you've got people that are required to wear like 50,000 hats.
Mm-hmm.
It's like jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah.
You know, I really feel for them. I really do, because again, they're not dealing with people like you and me on a daily basis. And so their experience, it's just the same thing that during the whole COVID thing, I was railing against the whole medical community and everything else, because I'm like, you guys are like literally dropping an atomic bomb to kill a cockroach. Like, this is not as bad as it needs to be, and then Erin would get all upset because she's on the opposite side, and all she sees are all the sick people and people dying, and it's like the worst case scenarios that are coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. That's her experience. That's her world. That's her truth.
Yeah.
Same thing with police officers. Like, they're not dealing with people like me that are like, oh yeah, like,
I'll comply. I'll listen
comply.
to you.
Like,
I'll
whatever.
be nice.
I will be polite. I will
Yeah.
be cordial, but I will also know where to stand my ground.
Yeah.
In a polite, cordial way.
Mm-hmm.
Professional way. But if you're just like,
cops are dealing with people on their worst day.
And they deal with that all the time. So what do they? Again, it's like Pavlov's theory. You start doing that all the time, and then every single person that you see out there is that person.
Yeah, no, it's interesting because my uncle was a cop in Dane County, Miami, or Florida, near Miami.
Yeah.
And it basically kind of turned him into a racist.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, every certain ethnic group he dealt with were people doing bad things.
White Florida man. I get it. I mean, white men in Florida. But no, you're right.
And I think they need to really prioritize like debriefings or like quarterly checkups with law enforcement, because they see terrible things on a daily basis. And unfortunately, a lot of law enforcement cope with alcohol and substances.
Yeah.
Or I should just say substances and leave it at that. And it's like, no, they need to find a better way to deal with the stress that most of us will never understand.
Yeah. Well, and I think that there's, like you said, like there's that PTSD aspect of it, that like they're dealing with crap, I can't remember, this was a while ago, but it was a sheriff, and I can't remember where it was at. I want to say it was in Chicago. No, it was in Chicago, Detroit. Can't remember. Some big city.
Mm-hmm.
And they were asking him about like this officer involved shooting or something like that. And it was totally off topic. And one of the reporters asked him, like, you were on your phone. Like, why were you on your phone? Was there like...
Oh, it was a black guy, huh?
The
sheriff.
No, the sheriff was a white guy.
Oh wait, no, that was a different one.
Yeah, and he
'Cause,
stops
yeah.
and he's like, "Are you joking me?"
Yeah,
He
I
says,
remember
"No, I
seeing
got
that
this
video.
text message because I've got to go tell the parents of a 7-year-old kid why their kid got shot.
Yeah.
That's what I have to go do now."
Yeah.
And like just pour him a new a-hole. And I'm
Yeah.
like, yes, those reporters need their asses just freaking handed to them every once in a while.
Yeah.
You know, but B, it's like, how do you mentally process that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that and again, yes, shootings and stuff like that are bad. Well, what about, you know, calling law enforcement because you've like your kid's missing,
Yeah.
and the next thing you do is like you find out like, oh yeah, like we found him.
Yeah.
Oh, where'd you find him? Like, you need to come with me.
Yeah.
You know, we found him in the Jordan River and everything else. Like, it's like, oh my gosh, like,
Yeah. And
you know, and you have to
unfortunately,
deal with that.
We're teaching a lot. They did a poll where they asked kids, they're like, if you were in trouble, who would you run to?
Yeah.
And all of them said firefighters.
Yeah.
None of them said police officers, because they view police officers as people that take you to jail and
Mhm.
all these things because they've been conditioned that way.
Yeah.
Now, do cops take people to jail? Yes, they do.
Well, they do.
But I personally just think people need to go on a ride along or do some sort of training that cops would do
Yeah.
and really kind of step into their shoes. Same thing
I
with teachers.
agree.
It's like that, teach a day in school.
I agree. Oh no, 100%. 100%. You know,
I could do it. I'd probably get fired because I'd make them all do push-ups. But
Oh.
be like, hey, you're talking out of turn push-ups.
oh, me
What?
too. And it's funny.
You can't do that. It's my classroom push-ups.
So I told Cammy once, I said every once in a while, I said, you know, I'd have like either a parent or a teacher or something like that be like, hey, could you come do like, you know, some martial arts stuff at my school? I'm like, yeah, not a problem. You know, and I would go do it every single time. Every single time, all of the teachers that were there that were in that group would just stare at me like, how? Like, how what? Like, they all listened to you and
Yeah.
did exactly what you said. And I said, oh, yeah. And they're like, I don't understand. I'm like, well, here's the difference between me and you. I said, I'm standing up here in my uniform with a black belt on,
With some
Which-
authority.
which lends a lot of authority just right there. An authority in like, he has a black belt, which means he got that by literally punching and kicking people.
Yeah.
So if I step out of line, he will punch and kick me. Like there is that, you know, respect through fear type of thing
Yeah.
that happens.
And I'm not advocating violence, but a little of it goes a long way.
So I taught this gal. I love her to death. Her name's Susie D. She was one of my favorite people to teach. But she was an old retired 7th grade English teacher. And she says, she's like, you know what? All you need is just one public hanging in the beginning of school and all the kids would fall in line.
Well,
And I'm like, what?
Yeah, that was the saying. It's like every now and then you got to shoot a hostage.
Yes. She'd be like, yeah, just like have one public flogging and just be like, yeah, this kid did this. Anybody else wanted to go do it? No?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
But be nice, sympathize with your law enforcement and your teachers, and see if you can help out with one of them to really kind of see what it is that they go through on a daily basis. But moving on to our last question.
okay, totally off topic.
Okay, great.
Totally off topic.
I love off-topic things.
I was thinking about this because I know we've talked about this before. Okay. But again, I like kind of got stuck in nostalgia land for a little
I love
bit.
nostalgia.
Yeah, dude, it's great.
It's
Oh,
awesome.
it was funny because Landon started playing the Division and I
Yeah,
picked it back
yeah.
up and I was like, oh, you know. So I was thinking about this. I was like, oh, you know what? Like, is there a smell or a food or
Yeah.
something that the instant you smell it, taste it, or around it, activity, whatever, instantly takes you back to being a kid?
Yeah. Before I answer that, Danny answered your question about like doing something nostalgic.
Oh
He goes, I guess you should just roll down hills again this week. So
Yes.
we'll find out if he did it. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, there's a lot. I think, anything food related, it's like, you know, you could always smell like Thanksgiving Day,
Yes.
just like because with us, my dad would always work every Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
So we would have like Thanksgiving brunch.
Oh,
So we would eat at
yeah.
like 11 o'clock.
Mhm.
So I'm honestly still trying to get used to this Thanksgiving dinner
Right.
type
Right.
deal, which I'm not a huge fan of. I like Thanksgiving lunch because then you have time to like relax through the day.
Uh-huh.
So my mom would wake up at like 4 a.m. and start cooking for like our brunch type deal.
right.
So I remember waking up every Thanksgiving and the house would be warm and you'd smell like the turkey
Oh, the
and
turkey
all the
and
stuffing.
rolls and the
Yeah.
stuffing
Oh man.
and the gravies.
So
Oh, yeah.
it's like a warm hug when
Mhm.
when I smell stuff like that. But like, it's hard to describe, but like certain perfumes would be like, that smells like my grandma or grandpa or,
Right.
I don't smell it anymore, but like the scent in the dojo,
Mm-hmm.
like everybody's like, oh, you smell like the dojo. And I'm like, is it good?
Just
They're like, yeah. And I was like, okay.
as long as it doesn't smell like a foot.
Yeah, exactly. So, or honestly, like the sound of like sneakers, like that screeching sound of sneakers in a gym
Yeah.
makes me think of when I was a kid because I spent so much time in gyms that
Right.
or like the sound of a basketball going through a hoop,
Mhm.
that swooshing sound.
Yes.
I'm like, that's a pretty good sound. But yeah, those are the two that kind of stick out the most to me is like the sneaker sound, or just like a dribbling of a ball
Mm-hmm.
in an empty gym. Like I love that sound. Yeah, just food smells and perfume smells. Like my dad's been, he's starting to lose his hair. So I was like, dude, just shave it. Like shave your head. Like this,
Yeah.
I go, this is embarrassing. Like just shave your head. So I finally shaved his head. And so I'll go over there and I'll just like straight raise it for him.
Yeah.
And he still has like Old Spice aftershave
Ah,
and that like white bottle.
Yes.
And like I'll put it on and I'll smell it and be like, oh God, this smells like old man. And I'm like, well, I'm putting it on.
I'm putting
old
on
man.
old man.
So it's like now every time I smell that, I think of my dad and
Yeah.
exactly. But yeah, smells, they say smells are the biggest emotional anchor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a couple for me that like I could just close my eyes and I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember like the first time like I flew on an airplane, everything else was like when I was 8 years old, we went to Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
And the smell of the parking garage.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like
that
it is a
kinda
very
like petrol
distinct
exhaust
like you get that
type smell.
exhaust, concrete,
Yeah.
oil, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and especially if there's like if you park because we parked in a hotel that like I guess like the pool or something vented
Yeah.
there, but it was the chlorine on top of
smell.
that. So all of those together, like instant, like I'm back, like I'm going to Disneyland.
Or like
it's
that
weird.
coconut tanning oil.
Yes.
Makes you remind you of like summer pools.
Yep. Summer pools.
Yep.
This one's really weird. Scotch tape.
Scotch tape. Yeah, don't have anything with that.
Scotch tape smells like Christmas.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense because you use it a lot
You
during
know,
Christmas.
yeah, it's like that smell of like the Scotch tape. Like to me, it like instantly anchors me back to like wrapping paper and Scotch
Mhm.
tape around the presents and gifts and stuff like that. There's a dessert, like a candy thing that my mom would make called almond roca.
Yeah.
And I've made it. Yeah, it's awesome. It's amazing. But it's basically butter and sugar and stuff like that. And that
Can't go wrong with that.
no, dude, right? That and almond, like
Yeah.
butter, sugar, and almonds. Like you get all that together, and like the instant I start like that, I smell that.
Mhm.
It is again. It's like one of those things like instantly sets me back. And there is a smell in the fall
Yeah, I can see
that's
that.
around and takes me back to when I was a kid in Halloween.
Yeah.
You know, where you wake up and like especially in the morning when you had to walk to school.
That dew smell.
Yeah, you wake up and and it's like it's a little crisp, you know, out there, and so you're like,
Mhm.
oh, okay, my nose got cold, you know,
Yeah.
and oh man,
Like I
just
love
that-
the smell of the ocean.
yeah, oh yeah, because
Yeah.
it takes you back to like when you go back and visit your grandma and stuff like
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
in California. and your aunts and uncles, and so.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just I was having nostalgia moments. I was like, oh yeah, and like just thinking about like all of the things that bring me back. And again, yeah, Annie rolling down the hill.
Yeah.
Because not only is that like it's like a kinetic movement thing, but you're gonna get the smell of the grass and the dirt and stuff.
I
like
remember
that
doing that sort of stuff at Murray Park, where we go up in like the back areas and just like slide down dirt hills.
Yeah.
Like we jump, slide, jump, slide,
Uh-huh.
jump, slide. Dude, we'd ruined so many pairs of pants that way.
Right.
But it was fun. And then you ride your bikes, and then you go to someone's house, get some food, then go back out. And yeah, it's great. But
Oh,
I
jeez.
love nostalgic stuff. I saw a few pictures. I was going through some pictures with my mom.
Mhm.
I saw a couple of pictures. I think I was in, it's either 8th grade, 8th or 9th grade. And I was like, oh, that was fun. And then I had to text it to Shanna and Maya and Jamin. And I was like, yeah, just look at the hat in the corner. And it's an Eagles hat. And I was like, see, I've been doing it for longer than you have. So, but
I love it.
let's move on to our cop-themed fight scene. All right, this fight scene is pretty dumb, but I thought it was funny. We've got Detective Frank Drebin from the Naked Gun series versus Deputy Doofy from Scream. Yeah, exactly. If you've never seen the Scream movies, let me rephrase: scary movies, not Scream
Yeah,
movies.
scary
movies.
Yeah, yeah.
Deputy
I know what you-
Doofy. Oh, spoiler alert! It makes it seem like he was the killer.
Yeah, right.
That character is. Oh my God, so
So
funny. I
good.
thought I told you not to bother me when I'm cleaning my room.
Oh man.
That I think it's great.
Right.
But all right, so we've got
'Kay.
those two. Round one, we'll go in the Naked Gun scenario.
Okay. I would probably say the one that's gonna probably make me laugh is it's gonna be
Yeah.
Naked Gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Detective Frank Drebin. God, that's such a good movie. I need to watch the new one
With
I don't-
Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
I need to watch that one too because I
I
heard it
think-
was super funny.
I heard it was funny too.
Right.
Seth MacFarlane did it, so
Oh, yeah.
he does everything funny. But I got Frank Drebin
Yep.
round one.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
same.
So all right, round two, it's in the scary movie universe, so it's more of a slasher theme.
Right.
I've still got Frank Drebin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Doofy, just it's in the name.
It's in the name. Yeah. I mean,
I'm
at
25 and a half years old. That's as many.
At least the thing is that Frank Drebin was serious, like about
Yeah.
the whole thing and everything. Even though it was exploding around him, he was okay.
Yeah, it was almost like Mr. Magoo.
100% Mr.
Yeah.
Magoo or like Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
You know, like
Oh, God, Mr. Bean. That'd be a good one.
here's the crazy.
Mr. Magoo versus Mr. Bean.
I had somebody I think I saw this once where someone was like, "Oh yeah, like do you know how many seasons of Mr. Bean there were?"
A lot.
Nope.
No.
One.
That's it?
It's like 1 or 2.
He had a lot
And
of
you're just like,
episodes.
Wait a minute, and they're
I
like,
don't know about that.
it-
I need to look at that.
it makes you feel like it was like on for decades,
Yeah, Maya
But
loves
it's-
Mr. Bean. She's
yeah.
watched every episode,
but it's not.
and he says hardly anything.
Oh, he doesn't. Oh, dude. Oh.
Yeah, Rowan Atkinson is phenomenal.
Phenom-
But, yeah,
Small side note.
okay.
His daughter's gorgeous.
Did not know that.
Oh my god.
So, but we got 2-0, Detective Drebin. Now they're in a cage. They didn't have any superpowers to begin with.
No,
But
no.
I got Detective Drebin.
Drebin, are you
Yeah,
joking? Like
he's Drebining.
he would probably reach down to grab something, and part of the cage would probably fall on Doofy.
Yeah,
you know?
he'd like look down and Doofy would look down too, and then he'd sit up and accidentally headbutt him,
Yeah.
and then he'd turn around and kick him, and it's all sorts of stuff. But we got 3-0. Detective Frank Drebin
Yep.
takes out Deputy Doofy.
Yep.
But moving on to our joke of the week. All right, this week's joke, this one's kind of a statement. It's like, the perfect crime was committed last night. Someone broke into the police station and stole all the toilets. Police say they have nothing to go on.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. Very good. Yeah. So Landon's been driving lately, and You know, so of course I have to be in the car with him and all that while he gets his learner's permit and stuff. And, you know, he was driving, hit a bunch of geese. Demean says, "Oh, goosebumps."
Goosebumps. That's a good one. Or did you know that William Shatner tried to make a female jeans store?
Ah.
Yeah, didn't do well. Apparently, Shatner pants didn't go over well. Yeah.
I love that one.
Shatner
pants.
pants
Yeah.
didn't take off.
Didn't take off.
But all right, moving on to our shout-outs. All right, anybody like to shout out this week?
You know what? Like, since we've like been going over like the officers and stuff that are out there, like, you know, definitely like all of the officers and teachers and stuff that are out there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get the recognition that you deserve.
Yeah.
It's hard. I know so many people, especially in the police officer world, who give marriages and stuff like that
Mm-hmm.
because it is so hard and their spouse doesn't know how to deal with it. And
Yeah.
they don't know how to deal with it.
Yep.
And it's super hard. And so, like, big shout out to the officers and stuff that are out there. And,
Yeah.
you know, again, same thing. Big shout out to the teachers. Like, I don't think a lot of people understand
Yeah.
what it takes to be a teacher in today's day and age. And,
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to the teachers. Shout out Cammie.
yeah.
Awesome teacher.
Yeah.
Lindy. Awesome teacher.
Yeah. 100%.
It's funny because I can still remember the good teachers I had when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm glad I don't remember the bad ones that I had.
Well, and here's the
So-
thing. Even the ones that I had that were bad, honestly, I only think they were bad because the ones that I had were really good.
Made way better.
Yeah, and you're just
Yeah.
like, oh, and again, I think it's a perspective thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you've got like, again, like the directors that I have in my, you know, choir and orchestra group. Okay, I've been around some highly talented people.
But they don't hold a.
Oh, they don't even hold a candle to these two
No.
guys. You know, and I'm just like, oh, does that mean that the other people were bad?
No, they're just way better.
It's just like these guys are way better. And again, you know,
Yeah.
are there bad teachers out there? Yeah, you know, but I think that I would dare say like the saying says, 2 standard deviations of teachers,
Mm-hmm.
which is 88% of you guys are all great.
Yeah, I agree.
You know,
I think
and it's that
there's
other
majority.
12% that totally are like dog water, and you know who they are.
Mhm.
The teachers know who they are.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. But also shout out to Matt and Max.
yes, yeah, Matt,
Donovan,
Max,
Mary Lee,
Donovan,
Mary Kay, not
Mary
Mary
Kay.
Lee. Mary Kay.
Mary Kay, yeah.
Yeah, all those people that serve and protect us on a daily basis.
Yeah.
But moving on to our final thoughts. All right, any final thoughts you want to leave the people?
Yeah, I would actually give again everybody out there a challenge. It doesn't have to be big,
Mm-hmm.
but find a goal that you want to do.
Yeah.
Not that anybody else tells you, not that you think
It's
that
something
culture and society
you
tells you,
want.
but you want to do.
Mhm.
And then really and make it so that it's a goal that's going to take a while.
Yeah.
And really try to strive and go after it.
Mhm.
And you're going to have to change some mental
habits, yeah.
processes and some habits in order
Yeah.
to make that happen. So go after it.
Yeah, I agree.
Life is short.
Make the best of it.
Yeah.
So, but thanks for joining us this week, you
Thanks,
guys.
You guys are awesome.
And kick it with us next week. Take care,
yeah.
everybody.